Hello Commanders, Commander Plater here and welcome to today's live stream. Hope everyone is doing very well and you've had an okay Wednesday? It is Wednesday, isn't it? Uh-oh. But yeah, we're racing back before the ferry today because I want to go and do some pew-pew over in Ployd Space, and I could either wait a day to do it or just go and fly myself. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to fly myself and stretch out the old FSD after not being used for a while. Quick look to see who've got in chat so far. So we've got Showa, Pro Rock, Red Phantom, Haztech, Gary Haberfield, Denman, Vortex, Ali, Colin, Commander Derek. I'm just going to call you Derek, mate. I'm just going to go with that, I'm sorry. Because it's easier. But how's everyone doing today? Shower, no, it's still raining, mate. Still raining. But yeah, we're gonna head back to Ployd Space. Like I said, we're gonna take part in our war that we currently have there at the moment, and go from there. It's only like 20 odd jumps, so it's not too bad. It's an interesting way for us to see how long it actually takes and how much time is saved by using the ferry. Or how much time is not. Remember, you've got to add a week onto whatever time.
System scan complete.
Last Minder, hello, how you doing? Oh, made a mistake with your name. Damn, nice day Google thing. I would say we've all been there, but I personally haven't. But yeah, our war is technically against another player faction, which is an interesting one. We're trying to force them out of the system, but to be fair, it's quite amicable. They are agreeing to it, so it's not like it's particularly, you know, way off there. Colin, I'm talking about the Guardian ferry, or the ferry that takes you to the Guardian sites. And interesting enough, I've moved Elite and a few other games over onto a M.2 SSD that I picked up for cheap. And to my surprise, there's no improvement to the performance of it, which means that the issues with the game and the stutters are going to be probably network bound, if anything.
Fuel sync disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
But yeah, the ferry that goes back and forth to the Guardian sites once a week. I say back and forth to the Guardian site and back from the Guardian site once a week. But of course you can only do that journey once. End system, Derek, is we're currently on our way to Shinrata, which potentially could be a disaster. We'll see.
Fuel scoping.
But yeah, and then we're off to LTT 4560. Oh, Denman, it's a technical thing. Not really, like they're not, but we're forcing another faction into retreat. That's kind of what I mean. It's more of a thing that's happening at the same time. Derek, one of the kind of self-imposed rules with BGS that we have is that it is done pretty much all in open. So foolishly me, even when even when streaming. We'll see how it works out, won't we?
Fuel scooping.
I think we'll slow down and scoop a little bit more here.
Warning. Temperature critical.
But a small reminder for everyone who's watching on YouTube, I do appreciate if you hit the like button. I say this every single time. As you guys know, it does help YouTube know what to kind of push and what to kind of put in front of people. I know at the moment, because my content hasn't been exactly regular with being put out there, it means that YouTube doesn't know that people necessarily want to be watching me. So, click the button, do me a favour. It would be much appreciated. J26, so what up? How's it going? Can move like we got a purpose. Because we do. We do actually have a purpose. Hey Chunter, how you doing? Vive l'applied! Well, I don't know, I think because of the way the law has been slowly built around deployed, you would, well, you hail deployed, most importantly, and also, if you don't, you could end up being liquidized and turned into food for other people. Not that we do that very often, but it does happen. Not that I'm being pedantic or anything. That's part of being a dictator. Of course, a small reminder for everyone as well. To celebrate the fact that I hit the 15,000 subscriber mark, which, to be honest, I didn't know if that was going to happen at one point. A small reminder, I am doing an AMA, so an Ask Me Anything. So I've just dumped the Google form in both chats there on Twitch and on YouTube. So if it's something you're interested in, please do throw in a question. I will answer it. I have said if you ask me a stupid question, you will get a stupid answer, so that's something to look forward to. Yeah, I think I haven't had the questions up even for a week yet available to put in, so I probably might do 2 weeks worth of questions, and then I will begin the filming. I'm doing my best not to read any of them. The reason being is that I want my answers to them to be totally unprepared and just literally go straight in for it. Shower. Yeah, Nightbot's a very chatty one. You're right. He must be defragging his hard drive. Okay, so about 10 jumps down already.
Hello there.
Red, thank you very much. Much appreciated. And you might notice that there's a new GIF I put in there. Yeah. Maybe that wasn't... I didn't realise it would play so long. But yeah. Thank you very much. Right, much appreciated. Oh boy. I hope that's a bit better, Derek. Did some tweaking. Because I'll be damned if I can understand why the audio levels change at all between games. But Red, that's what I added in there because I thought it would be hilarious to see on the stream, and you know what? I'm not disappointed. Oh boy. But yeah, that's one of those gifs that you watch, and the more you watch it, that kind of the funnier it gets in a really creepy way. Like, more questions come out of it. But indeed, as I say, we're doing the AMA. Get your questions in; they will be answered. I will record and upload the video. Mrs. Plater's going to read the questions out to me, and I'm going to answer them. And hopefully, I will never have heard them before or seen them, and we'll just kind of go from there, really. Evening, Mario. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Like a gladiator milking a sheep. That is definitely not what was happening in that gif. That was a man, a rather skinny man, with ocelots as breasts firing milk into another man's face. Look, I just searched weird GIF one time, and that's what came up. But Red, what we are fighting today is it's BGS, so we're doing some background sim stuff. So we're fighting against another minor faction to take some control. Agatha Hudson, hello, how you doing? Dave, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I've actually already had cake this evening, so I don't need any more. James, how you doing? But if you've brought enough to share with the class, please do. See, Red, that's the thing. It's all down to having a player faction. Like, it's one of these things where if you don't have a reason to fight, typically you kind of get into whatever you're doing, because typically mission running is to unlock things. That's mainly the reason why. Like, it's not to make money anymore, it's not to do anything apart from you like increase your reputation to get unlocks for certain permit block systems, or to help you get into engineering, or to gain rewards in the case of engineering, or very early on money making until you can go out and do your core mining. That's very much seems how it is now. Definitely not how it used to be. Mission running used to be the way to make money. There'd be massacre missions, whether it be skimmer missions, whether it be moving on to passenger missions. Back in the day. Yeah, I'm doing alright actually. Things are fine at the moment. I feel a lot better than I have done for ages, which is lovely. See, Red, that's exactly my point. So, grading you that the best way to do it is by, running missions and stuff like that. So, yeah. Derek, you could use it for passenger missions, I guess. You could use it for mining, I guess. Trading, you can do cutter trading on it. Cutter's pretty good for trading. Steel Saltiter, hello. Welcome to the stream, mate. How you doing? Yeah, Dave, I can relate to that. Mario, you were killing 1,000 Fargoids in a week type of mission. Blimey. Yeah, it's pretty difficult, Derek. I mean, the cutter is not my favourite ship. You know, I haven't spent nearly enough time flying in it. I almost have everything that I would need in order to have it fully engineered, but I'm pretty rough with it. Evening, Gypsy. How you doing? I see you're over in Ployd Space fighting the good fight. I will be joining you shortly. Yeah, engineering is the tough one. My problem with engineering is that I want the top result as quickly as possible, and because of that, there's certain actions you have to grind if you want to do it that way. If you want the top result as quickly as possible, you have to put the effort in at the beginning of the process, the material collecting, to get out the other side, and that's always a mistake, and I always fall into the same trap every single bleeding time. But to stay competitive, even in BGS, so you feel like you're PvE. It's a very different story. Nora, say you're debating between the cutter and the clipper right now. Well, the cutter is going to be vastly superior to the clipper. The clipper can't do anything better than any other ship. So, to be honest, I wouldn't necessarily go for a clipper anyway, because the hardpoint conversion also isn't very great. You might as well, if you're going to go for something like that, because bear in mind it's a large ship, but only medium comparable, so you might as well go for something like a Crate Mark II or Python. But it all depends on what you're looking to do with it. But I do, like I say, when it comes to medium ships, I honestly think the Crate Mark II is the better one to go for. I mean, I'm in a Python now, and I wish there was a Crate Mark II. That's one of the things they got really, really right. I see, you say the club is good for deep core mining, but that's when you're... See, I wouldn't necessarily call a clipper a step up. That's my problem. And it's not because I normally fly a Corvette. So, people say, oh no, Federation fanboy. I'm not a Federation fanboy. I just really like the Corvette. I don't like any of the other Federal ships. Evening chickers, how you doing, mate? And then of course you've got the Phantom, which is actually really nice as far as ships go. Commander Stonegrave, good evening, how you doing? Oh, welcome to the stream. Okay, chickers. So my present ship, what's engineered? Oh, not enough. So this is very much my throw together. Ignore the fact that it's a prismatic Python. It shouldn't be. It was never meant to be a prismatic Python. I honestly thought I had bi-weaves tucked away. So thrusters are grade 5 30 tuning. OBS. The shield generator is reinforced grade 5. This is old school engineering though. It's worth pointing out. Shield boosters. Resistance. Interesting. Then we've got heavy duty with super cap. Guardian hybrid power distributor, I would normally go for charge enhanced. That's always the best way of doing it. Blimey chickers, brave man. The multi-cannons, we've got one corrosive, one incendiary. Frame to drive is always going to be long range. Burst lasers are all going to be overcharged, oversized. Every time. Did I say short range? I mean long range. Everything's long range. Hybrid power plant, because again, I couldn't be bothered to go off and engineer it. So yeah, it's a pretty simple build as far as things go. It's just simple, effective, a quick dirty build that you can throw together and fly out somewhere, and actually can hold its own okay-ish. But yeah, it was built for a spot of piracy, so you've got a hatch break limpet in there and collect limpets. But again, I wish I'd gone for a crate instead. That's my thoughts. Hey Kuro, how you doing, mate? Have you got your internet sorted yet? you going to be ready to join the clan in Conan? Currently not, because nothing planned there. We've kind of already taken care of some things. Well, I did briefly yesterday. Just kind of, basically, I'm being the big kid picking on the small kid in the playground because they tried to steal my lunch. That's kind of what happened. Instead of me going, oh, why'd you try and take my lunch? Are you okay? I just decided to attack them instead. Yeah, posting bombs through someone's windows. Great. Not the best build though, Red Phantom. Yeah, Kira, give it a go. They've changed the way it works now, so you might be able to get in there. Helvetica, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. For this is taking forever. 3 jumps. Gotta work. Let's start getting nervous in a minute. A lot of it depends on who's streaming. Of what's about to happen. We'll have to wait and see. Derek, possibly. Possibly. Because we're all okay doing it. That said, I think. See, nah, I think you should have access to be able to see all the stuff and things. Depends which channel you're trying to look at, I guess. But hey, Nightbot, welcome. Welcome. Take your time. Told everyone that you were defragging your drive. It's right. You are forgiven. I'm going to let you off. I'm not going to hold it against you too much. Oh, something I suppose to check. Okay, nothing but limpets there. Okay. Let's see how we survive Shinrata. Evening, Seth. How you doing? Okay, this is... Oh, it's got disaster written all over it. This has literally got disaster written all over it. Not that bad. Don't recognise anyone's names in there. See how it goes. I'm doing some void open mining. Ah, so you're a rich man. Mario, no. I'm pumping into Jameson Memorial in order to refit and head back out again to fight the war that we've got. Chickers, yes I am. Always open. I'm doing it to prove a point now. I'm like, no. There's no, you never get ganked. No one ever gets ganked in open. That's rubbish. Watch me get ganked in open. So yeah, into Jameson to jump back into the Corvette. I've stored a bunch of weapons over at the where the CG was, the Prospect. Sorry, because I picked up some of the advanced multi-cannons just because I felt like I should get them. So I bought a bunch from there because apparently you can't buy them here, which seems a bit iffy. But yeah, the last time I was here was during the protest. Kuro, you can watch on Twitch now. Good. You can choose your platform. This is bad though.
Hello there.
Seth, thank you very much. Oh man, that is the worst GIF in the world, isn't it? Oh, this is gonna, I say, it's gonna be a dirty flight assist off landing, I think. Oh, no. Oh, wow, what happened there? Kind of chickers that they're not really worth it as such. They are new. But the problem with them being is that they're kind of pointless. They've got the exact same stats as fixed multi-cannons, right? But they have the option to have a synthesis recipe on them where you can then use them against Thargoids. Only issue with that being is that it's a bit daft. It's just a bit like unnecessary, I guess. No, it's just something no one really asked for, and it seems to me they could have simply added the synthesis recipe to existing multi-cannons to save on people having to go and engineer a bunch of other multi-cannons. So it's kind of like artificially creating additional grind and gameplay. Oh, this is open. Fly assist off landing. Check. Like a glove. That was bad. I'm a bit out of practice. definitely that practice.
Hello there.
Red, definitely. Thank you for the follow. Yes, Derek, they do. Best way to do it is there's a link in the description of the video if you want to. There is a Streamlabs link. You click on that and you do it through either debit card, credit card, or PayPal. If you want to, that is. Okay, let's store multiples. Utility amounts. That one, just that. Maybe I don't know. In fact, you know, we'll. Oh no. This is the problem. This is going to be the problem. Alright, let's get rid of those limpets. Yeah, Dave, it was kind of intentional. It was the plan. Everyone. Probably Mario. I don't know if Streamlabs doesn't do it that way. So you pick your dollars or your pounds, and it does the conversion and stuff like that. I think that's how it works. Right, advanced maintenance. Let's get rid of all these limpets. Okay. Now I need. Oh man, this is gonna be an absolute nightmare. I'm gonna have to go through as usual in outfitting and look at all my stored modules because I've always got some crap modules around that I don't need, that I really don't have to keep hold of. And always. Why have I got fixed? I don't know if I fixed. I never fixed. Almost to the point where I'm like, I tell you what I'll do, I'll just buy another anaconda. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy another anaconda, one sec. This is what we do now. We buy anacondas for storage. This seems like a really bad idea. But anyway, it took us 30 minutes to get back to the bubble in a ship that goes 30 light years. So all in all, the ferry is about 160 hours longer. Yeah, Vortex. Often referred to as the Storaconda. Right, we are going to put all the advanced planetary accelerators.
Hello there.
That'd be the idea. Hey, Philip, thank you very much for the Ploid. That GIF. I don't know if it was either a great idea or a really bad idea.
Hello there.
And Derek, thank you very much as well. Much appreciated. You just want to see the Milking Man again. I mean, maybe it's a clouded leopard, maybe it's an ocelot. I don't know. Yeah, Prorock. They're not. Well, these ones aren't. These ones aren't engineered. But there are some that are, that I have. but it makes sense to me to store the ones that aren't, because I've got a vulture. A vulture with 2. Colin, I'm going to be streaming until 10 PM BST. Usual 2 hours. Okay. Right, now we can jump back over to the Python. RedX84, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How you doing this evening? I should have named that Anaconda, actually. But I didn't.
Hello there.
And James, thank you very much. Oh, man. Oh. So, Johnny, if you're talking about which lasers to go for, it depends what module, well, what engineering you're putting on them. So, one second, I can't do 2 things at once, so I just need to do this. So, if you're going for raw damage, raw possible damage per megajoule of energy used, then burst is the way forward, definitely. Now, if you're not going for that, and you want to use some actual proper effects, then it's a different story altogether. Robert, I have not. This week I've been playing a lot of Dark Future Blood Red State, which is anyone who is familiar with Games Workshop from back in the 80s. They had a car game which is basically all about kind of you zipping around on highways, shooting each other. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really addictive because it's got all the things that I like in a game, which is the ability to upgrade, which I'm a massive fan of. Shipyard, there we go. Click the right button. But yeah, absolutely loving it. It's very addictive. I'm working on a review for it, so I've recorded some footage. Derek, kind of into State 76, but rather than it being a brawler, it's very much an on-rail shooter type thing, I guess that's what you might call it. But yeah, Dark Future was the name of the Games Workshop tabletop game, and obviously Dark Future Blood Red State, because that seems to be making a bit of a comeback at the moment. It's an awful lot of games are being made into. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, a lot of board games, tabletop games, are being turned into computer games, which actually, you know what, I'm a bit of a fan of. I'm really looking forward to a Necromunda game, to be honest, because that was one of my absolute favourite Games Workshop games, without a doubt. I loved it. I really, really enjoyed the whole building up your gang, taking place in a hive city, getting new skills. When someone died, one of your super high powered people got totally fragged, and you're like, no! And then at the end of it, you roll, and actually it turns out they got a really cool like bionic leg out of it instead, and they gained a new attack, and it's like, oh, actually, you know what, they're pretty cool now. Stuff like that. Big fan. Johnny, you're saying heard rumours of Space Slugs in 2020, has Frontier confirmed it? No. Of course I haven't confirmed it. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, though. But the leaks do seem highly likely at the moment, and the reason being is that everything that has been mentioned in the leaks, the previous leaks, has been true, and because of that, it looks like it could be. With the whole Space Legs thing, I I always say this where I'm not entirely sure I would like it. I don't know if it's going to be that thing that I want. I don't think it's going to be quite what people think it's going to be, and it's just more of a, is it going to be that most absolutely incredible, amazing experience, or is it just going to be okay? And if it's just okay, it's not going to be good enough, is it? Yeah, another thermo block. What we really need on here is a resistance augmented. Let's make sure that's the best one to go for. A little bit short on power there, aren't we? That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's all correct. Yeah, also the Clopson's Fishing, hello, how you doing? Yeah, base building. Yeah, base building's mentioned as well. I don't know how I feel about that, just because there's an awful lot that would have to go into it, and there is talk of the. I say when I say there is talk, it's all very much background. Will it? Won't it? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Kind of thing being discussed. And it's kind of whether or not we're going to build the empty one just because it makes me feel better. But yeah, whether or not we're going to actually get base building, and I don't know if I want it. Never know if I want it. Yeah, there is also the idea that maybe, just maybe, the fleet carriers is base building. That would be okay. Alright, let's have a quick look at the stats on everything. I think, because we're doing a war, we're going to need equal parts. And now we have to fiddle about with power management. Because we are massively over, which we really shouldn't be. Prism machine, what should we do? We can bung that down to we have 3 apparently. Because we don't need a frame shift drive booster. I was going to turn the frame shift drive off as well. Must put everything down at lowest power priority possible. Cargo hatch, obviously. But yeah, I think I'd rather it turned out to be that way, like with the fleet carriers being your base building aspect, rather than actual on-ground base, because I can't see any reason to have actual on-ground base building, because why would anyone go and do anything? Like, why would you do it? Why would you go and do anything? It just makes no sense to me at that point. Apart from that, fuel scoop as well. Now, why don't I have as much power as I did? Let's. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do it. You know, I'm not sure we've got enough power. Oh, it's because it's got the wrong bloody power plant on. That's why. Where's that power plant then? Oh, no. Thank you very much for the raid. I want to pronounce your name. I'm going to give it a go. Slovik Meldo. Madlo. I totally butchered it. I'm so sorry. I tried. I'm sorry. But thank you for the raid, dude. Don't worry, it's Slavic, hard to pronounce for English speakers. Yeah, I guessed it was Slavic. I must have got the shh. Oh, it was a good attempt. Ah, I will take that. I will take that then. That's the one we want. And with that, we should be ready to get the hell out of Shinrata. But yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. We're going to be doing, finally getting to the interesting stuff. We were just talking about some of the new stuff that could possibly be coming in Elite Dangerous. Just having a little bit of talk about the old leaks and stuff. Kind of discussing whether or not we'd actually want it. And I'm a bit like, I don't know, but that's just me. But off we go. We're going to head off. There's already some guys there, so
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
friend requests. Always accept friend requests. I think the term friend whore comes to mind when we're talking about. Now, before we go anywhere, yep, I think we're good. I think we are actually good to go. But the thing is that now, with the whole possible base building mechanic, is if you can build a base and you do it in solo and someone sat there and open, does that mean it's going to magically appear? Wait, does that mean it's going to magically appear? That can't be right. We definitely jump further than that. Are we set to economical? What do we... Oh, economic? Fastest routes? I think I've forgotten something. Oh no. It's just replotted. Off we go. Before I jump, go external. There you go. Okay, the old lucky lady. Off we go. Yeah, Nathan, it's a good place to get it. It's a good place to get the stuff. Definitely a good place to get it. I need to do something on my second account, I think. I'm very much in need of picking up more materials, but I just can't really be bothered. I am also very, very glad that I managed to get Hilla mapped as mine. It was very important. Had to be done. Batman Roblox, Snappo, how you doing? Vulture P, doesn't matter when you arrive at the party as long as you arrive. Well, Red, here's the thing. You typically spawn in a couple of different places. Now, DKY, I'm probably going to... Derek. I'm probably going to join the lads that are already there. See if we can get 2 wings up and running. That'd be good. But if get yourself to LTT4560, and we can get ourselves involved. Well, Nathan's saying a couple of 100 light years. What to go and get the things, the stuffs. Yeah, I don't know. And some of them are maybe almost 1,000 light years, which is quite far for someone who's just starting out to go. But then again, I have done lots of exploration already with Minbin. That's my main. Right, lads, where are we off to? Which one are we fighting in? $63 ships. Ah, sweet, I've only got 13 left to go. It's my kind of payout. Yeah, see, the 1,500 light years is the problem for lots of people, at least for starters. But then again, this is my thing. If you're just starting out, you shouldn't be doing it. You don't need to. You've got a lot that you need to go and do first. Medium or low? Well, in that case, we're also going for medium, aren't we? That's got to be the plan. Where are they? Are they still within 1,000? Pro glow rock. Yeah, hopefully the radiation's worn off on Pro Rock. Nathan, I don't know if it does. I think for you to have been exploring, you need to at least have gone to one of the nebulae. And yeah, Nathan, I need to do a similar thing myself. Pro Rock, for some reason your laser's green. Well, mate, as long as your P isn't, that's what counts. And having been radioactive myself, I can tell you, you should be alright. Get combat bonds today, fight for the winning side. Well, that's Ployd, isn't it? Wait, we've not just... I say, we just completed the whole... It's doing the thing where it's going to update every single time a kill's made. Which, I'm not gonna lie, is a bit annoying. There's that moment where I'm like, oh, I wonder if my shields are going to go down. But nope, power priorities are fine. You know what, I never did that mission. I made progress on it, and then they wiped my progress when an update hit. And from then, I've just never been back. It's been a while since I fought in a war in this ship. I've been using my Mamba for quite a while. The old frag Mamba. Oh my goodness. The damage I could do with huge frags. One kill on a roll. Let's do this. Vulture, yeah, we're fighting for the Ploid BGS. So my player faction. But yeah, every time we're getting a kill, it's updating the mission. Sound of an NPC running away. I do like the comms chat. That was a very, very welcome addition. It was something that really very, very, very welcome. Interesting fact about the chatter is that it's done by different people from around the company at Frontier Developments. So not just the voice actors, but also people who are like some of the devs have done it, some people from the art department, all over the place in order to make it more genuine, including Zach Antonacci as well. Oof. It's having a bad day. It's having a bad day, and then there's being that guy. Quiet is what it is. Very, very. Some of it is way too quiet. But then again, the chatter isn't just to. It's not particularly relevant, most of it. But it's things where, in combat, you wouldn't necessarily need to say, "Sorry, guys, gotta just fighting someone." It's like, oh, well, good, you're doing your job, mate. You should be doing it. But things like maintain a tight formation, watch your back. It's alright. You've got to think, especially when you've got like the star battles that we see in things like Star Wars. All of the chatting away, it's like, I can't shake him, and all that stuff. Yeah, sure, there definitely isn't.
You're on a roll, Commander.
I'm on a roll! Probably the easiest 41 million I've made. Yeah, let's see if we can get a second wing going as well, guys, because we've got someone else in the system. Ah, yes, I need to wait for my frameshift drive to reactivate. Well, Snappo, the mods on the burst lasers are overcharged oversize, I think. Or did I go for overcharged oversize? Or maybe I went for efficient oversize. Oh, I went for efficient oversize. Yeah. Efficient and oversize. That way there's literally no drawbacks to having them whatsoever. It's just increased raw damage, which was kind of what I was going for. Essentially just a raw... Alright. Gary, now, right. Gary, I saw you on the galaxy map earlier, and you were like out here, by the Pelican Nebula, and now you're back here in no time at all. Wait, how are you doing this? Absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying it's the best mod set to go for, but I'm just saying it's what I've got. This is one of these things where I'm like, not saying it's the best, just saying it's what I got. Pro Rock. I don't think Gary's would be using hacks. But you never know, because everyone uses hacks. Especially the top YouTubers out there, apparently. That was one of my best comments. One of my absolute favourite comments on my video about the hacks was someone said to me that all the YouTubers use them. And we're all like, no, we don't. Otherwise, don't you think we'd be the ones who discovered everything first? It's one of those, what are you talking about? I wish I was. Gary, I don't think you are. I know that you were in an ASP earlier, so an ASP Explorer can jump like 65 light years when engineered correctly, so I imagine that would be the case. But no, of all the people that I would call out for an accused of cheating, it would 100% not be anyone. He would say that my canopy is an example of not using hacks, yeah. Vulture, I haven't actually seen Yamak's fight. I have done some CQC with him, did some at New Year, oh my god, that's like 6 months ago. And I completely shredded him over and over again, and I felt very good about it. But of course, it's CQC, so it doesn't really help them to get you in, does it? It's remarkable how regional accents manage to persist in 3305. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm flight assist off in this one. Don't know if you could tell. Yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. Oh, almost. No, almost. We're almost there. Almost. Almost. Or, almost. Almost. Almost there. There we go. Got it in the end. It is hard to make fictional accents. Star Trek is a great example of that. If you look at, like, because I'm currently rewatching Star Trek: The Next Generation from the start, and one of the characters, Councillor Deanna Troi, she starts off with this really bizarre accent, and then eventually it disappears throughout the course of the series, which I guess kind of makes sense, because they realise, the writers went, actually, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, because you were going to be an alien, but actually what we decided to do was we would actually have your parents from somewhere else. So you're actually half Earthling, so it's okay. Alright, guys, I'm going to drop out of the wing, and then I'm going to get Derek in. I think that'd be a good thing to do. Appreciate the monies. Oh wait, I'm leaving wing. Leaving wing stuff. I mean, hey, calm down. I mean, Gary, you talk about not being speedy just because you're 21 stone. I mean, to be fair, a very different story. My housemate was 21 stone, but he was 6'7" and is an ex-professional rugby player and fitness model. A little bit different, I know. And what we'll do is we'll pick up a... See if I can pick up a wing mission 2. Which we've got. There we go. We're heading straight to the medium intensity one. Derek. No, Derek is not a foe. He's a member of Down to Earth Astronomy's squadron, which means he is an ally.
Detachment confirmed. Take care when leaving the station.
Flight system off exit! Boom! Off we go. Snappo. Well, I hope it's all alright. And you won't get in trouble for it.
Now exceeded the no-fire zone. Goodbye, Commander.
And just remember, just remind him who's paying the internet connection, and hopefully it'll be alright. How am I being mass locked? I am the one who mass locks. Madness. Like, my vet is not light. Bearing in mind where you've got all the heaviest stuff you can possibly imagine on it. It's prorogue. You're mass locking me. Nemo NG, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. I can't believe it. I honestly thought I'd be much heavier. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Peruk, go away. Shoo. 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 Snappo, yeah, it does. But I shouldn't be mass locked by another bloody Corvette. Which in my head I'm like, I need a heavier Corvette. Oh, Chunter, no. No. Please, no. Not like this. Not like this. But yeah, actually, Nightbot, that's a solid recommendation for everyone to hit the like button if they haven't hit the like button already. Anyone who's joined us in the last hour or so and wondering what we're up to today, we're doing some more BGS running. Always at war. This is what we do. We're warmongers employed. Based out of Hilla, and all we do is fight. Fight. Kill. Fight. all that good stuff. See, Nathan, that doesn't make sense because Prorock was also in a Corvette. It make then no sense, but yes, we are doing some shooting today. I'm back in the Corvette, and I haven't been in the Corvette for a few weeks actually, which is quite nice. And the first time I've been doing some actual combat in the Corvette as well, because previously I'd been using the Mamba, the Framba, which was absolutely lovely to use. Different, very, very different. Whether I'll be keeping it, maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But according to Captain Stern, the death and violence are too much, and they can only survive if they leave. So, catch you later, guys. But just know, we'll do the wins. Oh yeah, actually, Gary, I invite you to the wing. Oh no, this could be a loop coming up. It's all good. See now, I have those things, Philip. That's the thing. I'm like, I have all of those things. I know it's a small problem here.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Oh, it's bugged. It's bugged. Those 3 bars are the last thing that you want to see. So, everyone out. Let's get out of here. Nathan? Yes. But yeah, all out. Or don't bother going in, we'll head over to the low. Nathan, they've been doing it for much longer than December. Since introduced, they've been doing it. Which, honestly, is a real shame. You'd think it'd be something that would be fit, and they keep saying they've fixed it as well. It's not, unfortunately. But yeah, since introduced, those bars have been buggy, or having empty conflict zones. Literally, always been like that. And it's a shame because conflict zones were massively improved, and I'm a big fan of them when they work. They are so much better than they used to be. A lot more. Oh, and I hate the word immersive. David Cross. Actually, I kind of want to know what faction he claims to be. Because that's there we go. Because he's talking about fighting for the winning side, and that's us.
Good to have you on the team, Commander.
Call me Commander. Oh, that's actually what I am.
I'm starting to think we can win this.
I mean, we're already massively ahead, so... Yeah, let's see if we can fly aggressively today and focus on... Focus on that. Nathan, it can be both. The last time we decided to try and fly casual Nightbot, it went really badly wrong. Really, really badly wrong. It was a bit of what one might describe as a crap concert. Yeah, but I didn't even kill anyone. Not a single person. Or a poo party. That had to... I mean... What's this guy wasn't actually taking damage? Well, look. And we got one kill. That will work up.
Good shooting, Commander.
Rubbish. Yeah, no, yeah, Nightbot. That sounds legitimate. We'll call that what happened. Because it's got to be right, hasn't it? I guess we'll head back over to the medium, see if that one sorted itself out yet. It seems none of us are in there. See how it goes. This happens every single time I stream conflict zones, though. Something goes wrong with them, and it should be sorted out. But I wouldn't surprise me if lots of things are not going to get fixed until 2020. Eek. Hey Oxy, how you doing, mate? Nemo, yes, they are prismatics. They are prismatics up to a ridiculous point. Yeah, 6,974 shield health, 47% kinetic, 40% thermal, and 56 explosive. And the armor, as well, is pretty much the same. Can't go wrong. Oxy, how is Quake in all that buttery smooth goodness? Yeah, Nemo, this is my conflict zone or bounty hunting build where all it needs to do is just hurt people and survive. That's all it needs to do. Oh, this looks far more convincing. Uh-oh. Not Mini. Never. Never Mini. Did I not... Didn't I spot him slipping there?
Stops inbound. Watch your six.
Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Oh. You go... I had that moment where I'm like, because Oxy's budget Mini. But he doesn't like being called that, so... but yeah, guys, another reminder about the 15k AMA that I'm doing. Submit your questions, get them in there. I've tweeted it, I've popped it on the channel. It's in Discord, and I'm sure a lovely mod will bung it into both chat on Twitch and YouTube for me. I know I made that sound like a really big question. I'm sure they will. It doesn't have to be about gaming, it can be about real, everyday life, which is acceptable. Kuro. Ledge.
Nicely done, Commander.
Nice work, Ace. I'm starting to think we can win this thing.
Well, hopefully it'll be entertaining at least. I'm not going to look at any of the questions before as well. So, here's the thing. Kuro, I can't believe it, Kuro, but I've not actually made you a mod. You're now a mod. Sorry, mate. That's awkward. Haven't made you a mod on Twitch. Sorted now, though. I'm suffering with the old too many people in the same conflict zone malarkey with different wings, and I'm not getting any kills. Doesn't help that I seem to be struggling with the time. This is the thing that I was talking about, the getting used to flying the Vet again after flying the Mamba. I'm not making excuses, you're making excuses. Yep, you are now a mod though, Kuro, in both places. That Rogue Zero in there.
Keep up the pressure.
I didn't get anything for that. It's like, get away from my targets.
Another one down. Keep going, Commander.
I get paid for the crap.
Commander.
Nemo, I'm working on it. That's a lot of yellow. Wait a minute. There's only one person I know who fights like that. Like, Who's the one with the yellow weapons? In my head I'm like, wait, is that Tato? There is something very odd, I will say, about boosting, is that the buff that it gives to your handling is very strong. So yeah, I thought it was, but it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Have we even completed that mission yet? No, we haven't. Got more to go. I guess we'll just bounce straight over to the low. Of course, a mass lot. Well, mass inhibited. Flying through space, you'd expect to be really peaceful, wouldn't you? Now you think about the value of human life in Elite Dangerous. 5,000 credits. Is that it? Oh, so that's what you get. Get fined when you kill someone. Right, Colin, take care. Yeah, Nightbot, you just sit there talking to yourself. Just sit there talking to yourself like... And you get the feeling that you're being watched by so many people. Wait a minute. But Gary, you say you became triple elite today. Good job, sir. Good job. This is an empty conflict zone still. Isn't it? Nope, it's not. Alright, Derek, take care, man. Thanks for dropping in. You are always welcome, sir. It's certainly it's the... You've put a vast quantity of work into playing this game. Well done. A real bit of perseverance. For me, I think the most combat is not the most satisfying one to do. Exploration can be. I think trade is possibly the most satisfying, just because it feels like you've really earned credits when you've done it.
Nice work, Commander. Keep it up.
I'll be a very 100% round. Get some kills now, which is lovely.
Nicely done, Commander.
Trade with counter exploration with your combat with your vet. Yeah, I actually... The first elite I got was combat, because that's all I used to do. I used to spend hours and hours doing bounty hunting every single day. And I spent hours in my Vulture, then in my Python, and then my Corvette. And the Corvette, you've got to bear in mind, used to be really, really limited. Really, really limited in your outfitting options. You never used to have huge multis, which made no sense whatsoever. Apparently I got 3 kills. 3 kills there. But yeah, my elite in exploration didn't come until the Enigma expedition. And trade was my final one. No, exploration was my final one. Because I got trade from doing passenger missions. Makes sense. Very noisy there, Clive. Yeah, the expedition was great, because it was quite a short expedition as well. It was well condensed over a decent amount of time, even though it was not too far. It was just really, really well balanced. Hey Tato, how you doing, mate? I meant to ask you, Tato, is there any other random British stuff that you have seen that you can't get? Because if I'm going to send you Jaffa cakes, then I might as well send you something else at the same time. Make sure it's light. Nathan, anyway, is there anyone who's gotten CQC Elite? No. That's over the house. Nemo, my thoughts on next year's possible updates is I wish that it was sooner, and honestly FDev have to get it right. They have to get it spot on, otherwise people will not forgive them. And I think that could be a real problem for Elite Dangerous if that's the case.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Clive, I'm glad that you agree with that, mate. Although I don't think you really know what you're talking about. Clive's my cat, in case someone doesn't know. I probably worked that out from context. And that's what concerns me about Space Legs, because if they get it wrong, there is no going back. And my thoughts on that one is, if you look at something like Star Citizen, they're only doing one single solar system with Space Legs, and they've been doing it for years, and it's still not quite right. And Frontier are going to try and tackle that in what is basically going to be 2 years worth of development. Unless they've been working on it for years in the background, it's very concerning. But then again, like I said, they might have been working on it for years in the background. It might have always been worked on. And in which case, brilliant. But then, that said, Elite Dangerous is still very playable at the moment compared to Star Citizen, which isn't necessarily that playable. Ever. Yeah, Kuro, you're not wrong. Oh, black pudding. Yeah, I'm not sending Tato black pudding, that's for sure. Oh, you can get Jaffa Cakes on Amazon, so I don't have to send them. Well, never mind. I'll ask Mrs. Plater if there's anything that she feels like you're missing out on. But yeah, Tato, do you know what black pudding is? Because it's not. It's not good. Well, actually. You have no clue. Or, it's also known as blood pudding. So basically, yeah, it's kind of like a congealed blood sausage. Dieter, hello, how you doing? We're talking about food. Talking about food. I will say that a slice of black pudding, when you're a bit hungover, in with bacon and a fried egg in a bap. Oh, that is good. It's just more. It's quite an acquired taste, though, depending on. Tato. Okay, are you a bit of a vampire? Is that what you're saying? I like blood. Well, I mean, you're full of it. But that said, if you're going through chemo, then you're not going to be as full of it as you should be. But hang on, wait, Vortex, I don't understand. Why would you not? Why would you like blood sausage but not black? I'm confused by that. They kind of are the same. Oh, I just realised I'm the only one in here. I'm like, pew pew pew. Oh yeah, making some kills. It's great. Call it Klingon blood pie. Blood pie. Wow, Chris Patterson. Aren't you a goon? I mean, if that's what you like, mate, that's cool. I will not judge you for it. But do you have to come and tell random people? I guess not. And that's a little treat for me and the mods. Oh, Tato. Oh, God. Black pudding's too jelly-like. I don't know about that, Vortex. Once cooked, it's quite crumbly. Well, I don't know, Chris. You should probably keep it to yourself, mate. I mean, just because other people who aren't as open-minded as myself might judge you for it. Nemo, no, I don't have SCBs. Which, on hindsight, probably not my best shout. Yeah, Tato, YouTube mods do get all the juicy stuff. RC Mars, Cornish pasties are fantastic. In fact, Mrs. Plater absolutely loves them. Because it's pastry. And it's delicious. Delicious salty meat products. Black pudding with chili and chocolate. Dob! Out of nowhere. With that as an idea. Yeah, Kiro, they are. But I honestly think it's quite funny. And to be honest, my resilience towards trolly comments, which there are plenty of, has gone up quite a bit due to my vlog. The fact that I've been vlogging my progress in my cancer treatment and stuff like that is some of the stuff people say is absolutely incredible. Lion bars are good, Dob. I've actually got some Canadian chocolate to eat, which I'm sorry about. Which we picked up when we were in Brighton at the weekend, and it's called Mr. Big. And it's basically looks like a Lion bar. It's 2 Lion bars in a pack, basically. And I'm like, well, that sounds delicious. Why? I mean, there is no way on earth I would not like that. I'm not Canadian. I bought them in England. Thank you very much. Curly Whirlies. I remember them being bigger. Is what I'll say about that. little chocolate ladders, yeah. What? Why am I doing no damage to that? I mean, we were pummeling that thing. I might have a cheeky reboot and repair whilst we're out, actually. Hacks. It's always hacks. NPCs, hacks. NPCs always use hacks. They're like gimbaled railguns, for Christ's sake. What? What? Are you guys seeing that? Wait, that guy just teleported 5 kilometers away and then back. Sutret, I'm pretty sure that's... they're not quite buffed that much. And mission objective detected. I've got no missions, so... alright, Snapo, take care, bud. Like, this is the same thing that happens when you get doxed in by another player. Yeah, that's all over the place. Gonna be a problem. It's an immortal. Pro saying he's immortal. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's just a cobra. Just another cobra. And now he's a dead cobra.
Target destroyed.
Right. Don't give me that confirm crap. I press the button, do it. The only thing I want to confirm is the Vulture, the reason why I'm not is one of them is incendiary rounds, so it's got thermal damage. Also, it's the case of I might as well use everything. I've got plenty of ammo. Ah, 50% shields. And off we go. Oh, Gary, where'd you go? But yeah, a little reboot repair, as long as you're not moving too fast, you're under 50 meters per second, they come back up to half strength, which is plenty. Yeah, whoever mentioned that the ships in the conflict zone have been buffed? They really have. Battery Hun 78, hello. Let's go take out this Corvette, shall we? Yeah, they do. They do definitely fly differently. And it makes a difference. It makes them a little more challenging, and the fact that they're shorter means that you actually have a challenge on your hands when you're doing it, and obviously you can't just sit there and mop up, which is a shame, but yeah. Nemo, yeah, I'm having to make some sacrifices on power myself here. Colo! Oh my goodness. That's a raid, isn't it? How you doing? Thank you very much, and everyone welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Doing a spot of combat this evening. Fighting for our player faction. Oh, Kalo, I can tell you a little bit about myself. So, I guess I'm one of the old school, at this point, Elite Dangerous YouTubers and streamers. I like space games. I like shooting stuff. It's fun. What goes on in my world? Well, Khan Emerald, thank you for the follow. If loads of people start following, I'm going to try and get everyone's names. No promises. And I also like the sci-fi games, fantasy games. Very much a gamer. Mosky25, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to pretend I've not really got much going on. Philip R, thank you for following. But yeah, I like flying spaceships and shooting people. That's kind of what I like. I'm probably most well known for being critical and objective about computer games when I talk about them, and trying to understand why companies might make the decisions they do when they design them. Probably get it wrong though.
Hello there.
WizzyCat99, thank you for following. Oh, and also one thing that's pretty super cool is that I'm actually in the game as well. So if you find yourself in the system of Hilla and you head to Plater's Tyranny, then you'll find my voice doing all of the glorious announcements of the station. Starting to think that I'm not getting the numbers in there. Nightbot, there's no escaping me because I'm a tyrant and dictator. That's why there's no escaping. Where are we with our mission? 3 more to go. Might get lucky. Oh. Yeah. Prorock. I don't have a progress bar either. So it does mean this conflict zone is now bugged, but at least I can finish my mission off whilst I'm in here. But yeah, Vortex has just popped in there for you guys on Twitch. Our Discord link, if you fancy joining the Seekers of Zen Discord, you're more than welcome to if you're looking for a player faction to join. Yeah, Tato, it certainly is prohibited, and I've had conversations about this before. Could be trouble for that. Flipper, you're sadly a former player, so you're not playing anymore. I hope it's for like a good reason, like you found Rackstar or something like that, and then you've kind of kept that, and that's the reason for it. I hope it's for like a good positive reason. Like you're not playing it anymore because you completed it. You know, it's that kind of thing. Oh, Tato. I mean, that's an interesting way of looking at it, I guess. It's not practicing, you're just doing. But to be fair, it's now the station that every time a new ship is released, I will, I'll go and I'll do, out of ammo and multi-cannon even. That's what you get when you always use your multi-cannons, even when their shields are up. This should be the last one for the mission. Should be the last one for the mission. It's not. There is one more. Tato, no I haven't. I have purchased the new advanced multis, and I've got them stored, but I have to engineer them, and then there's the close to prohibitive costs of synthesis. Oh, and that's Clive just perking up there, saying hello to everyone. I mean, the fact they're fixed doesn't bother me. I will say that. I'm not adverse to that. I've fought Thargwoods with fixed multi-cannons before. That's not an issue. But the fact that the synthesis requirements are a bit strong, which thankfully they changed them when they were leaked, because they did originally. Well, they were originally going to take blueprint recipes, which or blueprints as part of the recipe, which would be awful. Oh, Philip, are you saying a game-breaking bug made you uninstall the game? Why, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I don't think people would use them if they took blueprints, and I think that's why they took them out, because it was kind of leaked. At one point it was down to being under configurable munitions, and they made a mistake by making the Enforcer cannon have configurable munitions. And so because of that, the synthesis recipe was in there. Oh, right, we're out of here. Head back to facility of installation. Once the frameshift drive turns back on. Because if we're not getting a progress bar, we've killed more than enough. More than enough to win that conflict zone. Ooh, what have we got? No, we're good. Yeah, I'm still not sure why it needed a new module completely rather than just an addition. Like, they could have said, oh look, we've got a new synthesis recipe, and that would be the new thing. That would have been totally fine by me. I think a lot of people would have preferred that because they've already got their engineered weapons. But yeah, I think... But yeah, you do have to have a law reason, Tato. You do. Because law. It's what makes you look at something in the game and go, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's not just in there for gameplay purposes. You know, it's like, oh yeah, it makes total sense. I think we did right there, considering shields. One day I'll actually get into the whole shield cell bank thing, but the problem is that you use shield cell banks and then you have to end up going with heat sinks as well. So I have to know. Oh, that bleeding great big planet. I mean, Astacon, yeah. I guess you could. If you wanted to, you could. Yeah, I think law reasons are important. I think in a game like Elite Dangerous, where you do want to immerse yourself, you need reasons to be doing stuff. Or you need things that make sense. Definitely. Thermal vent can allow you to fire a B-rated cell back without going 100%. Not bad. What about an A-rated one though? Oh, see, look at that. It must be true because there are multiple people saying it on different platforms. Oh, fudged it. I thought I'd be smart and do an FA off landing because it's been a while since I've been doing them. I'm getting nothing out of the thrusters today. Nothing. There we go. We're in.
Landing gear deployed.
Nice and slow. And this is with the HOTUS as well, just so everyone knows. Not like keyboard and mouse malarkey, which is a lot easier because that's how you fly in Star Citizen. So much easier. But then again, I don't want to play a first-person shooter when I'm playing Elite Dangerous. I want to play a flight sim. Got it. Yeah, KVM Master Race. No. Not for me.
Engaging docking restraints. Welcome to the station, Commander.
And done. Right. Oh, you know what I haven't done at all? Karma Bonds. First time. Oops. Right, well, I've been streaming for just over 2 hours now, and that is normally when I call time for my stream, so I'm going to say thank you very much to everyone who has been watching today. Really appreciate it. If you're on YouTube and you haven't hit the like button already, please do. Much appreciated. Also, at the same time, please make sure that you subscribe if you haven't subscribed on YouTube. Also, if you are watching on Twitch and you haven't followed already, please do think about it. It'd be much appreciated if you do. I stream semi-regularly, space games and sci-fi stuff like that, and yes, Vortex, I will certainly pay it forward, don't you worry. So, let's see if we can find ourselves someone to raid. I'm going to pick someone who's playing Elite Dangerous as well, because it's quite important. I think it's important. Oh, you know... Bays. Bays? Alright, let's go for Bays, shall we? Lethal Breaker, thank you very much for following. And it's important, guys, what we do is the raid phrase that for us is we do hail deployed. Very important. So that's the phrase there. And we're gonna raid Bays. So everyone else, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I'm going to pop my end thing up and then we'll get on with the raid.